You don't need to know how to do spin moves, juke moves. You don't need any abilities. The only thing you need to know how to do to become a human joystick in college football 25 or Madden is to master two moves. And that is the flicker move and that is the stop and go. And those are only used by using the left joystick. So there's no special abilities. There's no buttons. It's just manipulating the joystick to perform these certain moves. And I'm going to show you guys how to do them in this video. All right, so here's what I need y'all to do. Number one, I need y'all to go into your mini games and I need you to do this mini game right here. It's called rushing attack. All right, so get in the rushing attack, and I want you to run this over and over again, but don't use any special moves. All right, so you cannot stiff arm, you cannot spin, you cannot juke, you cannot jump, you cannot do any of that. The only thing that you can do is maneuver and flick the left joystick. And I want you to get to the point where you can get over 100,000 points consistently. If you're able, once you're able to do that, you are now a human joystick. All right. It's only 50,000 to get to the gold, but I want you to be able to double that. All right. So I recorded myself doing just that. I was able to go in and do this my very first attempt, and I haven't done this in quite a long time, but I was able to go in and do it my first attempt. I'm gonna show you guys, I'm gonna break down what I'm doing. All right. So here's what I want you to realize that you have to do. So there's two main moves. Yeah, so there's two main juke moves, but there's three like things to consider, three things to know. Number one, you need to know how to set up your blocks. And the way you set up your blocks is your lead blocker, whomever's out in front, the way that they decide who they're going to block is based on the direction that you're running. So if you want them to pick up someone, you have to run directly at that person. And you're going to see me do that over and over again. So then you run directly at that person, they'll pick up the block, and then you can flick outside. All right, so that's the thing. So like, let's say I wanted him to pick up this person. Let's say he didn't exist, and I wanted him to pick up this block here. I would get the ball, and then I would run like at the post here, because I'm trying to lead you to him. He'd pick him up, and then I'd flick out. You know what I'm saying? So that's number one. The other thing, so let me just kind of, how do I do slow motion here? All right, so you can see I sort of I'm running directly at him because I want him to pick up that block. And then boom, I flick out. And that's how you set up your block. So that's number one, is first knowing how to set up your blocks. The next move you need to know is what I call like a hesitation move. It's a flicker move, and it's that right there. Boom. This is number two. It's very fast, it's very subtle. And all you're doing is flicking the left joystick inside and immediately out, like super fast. It's going to take some practice, and it happens very, very subtly. Bam, bam, boom. Now, what does that do? You have to understand that the computer is, they're programmed, they have like a homing missile, right? They're just dialed in on you, and they're going to react to anything that you do, right? Like if you throw a feint, it's like in boxing, you throw like a feint punch, you're trying to see if your opponent to react, right? So you're just throwing a feint, like you're flicking like you're going to go inside. That causes the computer, that causes him to go inside real quick. But then when you shoot back out, it's too late. He's already committed inside. So it's too late. Now you have a better angle and you can get easy yards. So again, I set up the block, boom, and then I bounce outside. So that's where people kind of mess up when it comes to setting up their blocks, is that most people would just like run this as far to the outside as possible. Like they would just run like this, right? The problem is sometimes, he didn't do it this time, but sometimes the lead blocker is just going to follow you out there, right? But I want him to pick up this block. So you're going to see I turn totally vertical because I want him to pick up that block. And then once he does, bam, I can cut to the outside. And then I'm going to hit him with a subtle hesitation move right here. Flick in, boom. Now look, Look at him. He stopped his feet just for a little millisecond. And that's all I need. He stopped his momentum, and that's all I need to get in. All right, so again, I'm setting up the block. I go straight at him. Boom, flick out. Hezzy, boom, and we out of there. That's literally all you need. Like, that's what I do for 90% of my jukes. Flick in, boom, he's dumbed out. I've gotten a touchdown on every single time I've touched the ball. Set up the block, cut out, hezzy, boom, easy touchdown. Are you tired of getting your ass kicked in college football 25? Well, check out the links in the description for my in-depth videos on how to do things like play better defense, how to get more interceptions, and how to instantly score with one-play touchdown setups. So if you're ready to start winning more games and have more fun while doing it, check out the links in the description of this video. It's really that easy. The setting up the blocks part is maybe one of the more underrated parts, because like I feel like a lot of people here would immediately cut this to the outside. But like, you want to lead your blocker. Think about it. Like, you think about your ball carrier vision. You're running this way. You're looking this way. He's programmed. His vision is kind of in sync with yours. So if your vision is this way, you're running out this way, a lot of times he's just going to follow you out that way. Run directly at the guy you want him to pick up. And then once he does, boom, you cut outside, one man to beat, and he's beat. Again, run right at him, then I flick to the outside. You know what I'm saying? Like I run direct. You don't see me run super wide a lot because I'm just setting up the block, flick in and out, boom. And that's all you need to go. So then the other move is, so that's moves 1 and 2. And then the other things you need to know is the stop and go. Dang, I hit him with 2 hezzies that time. So again, I'm not taking it too far out. I'm running straight up. I set up the block and then hezzy 1, 2. And you can see here, when you hezzy, I want to pause it on the computer's reaction. It's more dramatic on the second one. The second one was a better hezzy. Boom, look, he stops his feet. And once he does that, it's over. Once I flick in like that and he stops his feet, his momentum has come to a complete stop. He is never going to catch me. Once I hit him with this hezzy, boom, look at his feet. Like, he's never going to catch me. And that's all I need to take the angle. And that's what you're doing with the hezzy. You're just changing the direction of their momentum to give you a better angle. See how it sort of dumbs them out there. And then the other move that you want to learn how to do is the stop and go. Right there, that's a stop and go. Stop and go is similar to the hezzy, but instead of like flicking the left stick right or left, you're literally just letting go of all of the controls, just like really quickly. You're just letting go of all the controls, and that also causes them to stop, because if they keep running, they're going to run past you. So once you let go of all of the controls, they stop too, and then you just pick right back up, and it gives you an angle. And that's the stop and go. So you can see it just gives you, once they have to slow down to sort of track you, you can just keep running. So again, stop and go does the same thing, right? Whether you want to do the hezzy or the stop and go is up to you. And that's the first time I didn't score a touchdown on this entire thing. So there's the little hesitation move, and you get a better angle. And so I want you guys to go in to practice mode and not practice mode, into the minigame mode, and just do this over and over again until you're able to get over 100,000 consistently. Once you do that, take it into practice mode and try it there. Now, it's going to be easier in the minigame than it is in the actual practice mode. Simply because in the mini game you have less defenders to juke out, but in the mini game it's sort of just teaching you the move to where it's effective. Because if you're not doing the hezzy or the stop and go, that second level defender will be able to track you down. So if you're able to do it to the point where you're able to consistently get over 100,000, you have mastered the move effectively. And now from there, it's just kind of like up to getting good block animations, setting yourself up so that when you do get in a position where you have like a one-on-one, your runner reaches that second level and you have like a one-on-one opportunity to juke them out. Like, you're not doing the spin move. Like, you don't have to do any of that stuff. You don't have to spin, you don't have to juke, you don't have to do any of those, because what I found is those moves just mostly just slow down your momentum and allows defenders to catch up with you. Like, if you do a spin, sometimes you get a good animation on the spin and you can keep your momentum going. That's probably the only one that I would consider doing. But most of the time I'm just hitting them with a stop and go or a quick hesitation move, and I'm keeping my momentum and I'm keeping my speed up, and that's allowing me to break big runs all the time. Are you tired of getting your ass kicked in college football 25? Well, check out the links in the description for my in-depth videos on how to do things like play better defense, how to get more interceptions, and how to instantly score with one-play touchdown setups. So if you're ready to start winning more games and have more fun while doing it, check out the links in the description of this video.